There we
Let's
go.
see if I can. Let's see if I can get Roll20 to work properly.
Finally. Okay.
So how are we all doing?
I'm excited. I'm real excited.
Dang.
I've got stuff prepared. I'm excited, dude.
I'm gonna go grab a drink before we start.
Oh yeah.
Do we need to be on Roll20?
Yeah, I have it set up for Roll20, and I talked with Alan with D&D Beyond. He thinks his subscription ended, and that's why none of us have been able to access it.
I figured as much. Yeah, it's been a while since he got it, or he got it in Christmas time, didn't he? So, been a bit.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
And we've been leeching off of him, so to be fair.
Alan's been so gracious.
I've managed to make my character sheet before it all went kaput, so I'm good to go.
Cool.
Oh, Tim, do you need the tokens?
Yeah. Yes, if anyone who has tokens, please pass them forward or DM them to me, and I can add them to the game.
Is the one I sent in session chat good enough, or do I need to edit it anymore?
It needs to be better. No, if that's what you want, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's good enough.
I'm not one to judge other people's decisions of what they think their character should look like, so that's completely fine.
Can I just put it on the chat, or?
Yeah, you know what? You can put it in chat. You can DM me,
or you
works.
Can DM him if you want to avoid spoilers, you know.
Or
That's
like
not much of a spoiler. It's not even like an accurate representation of what I got cooked up.
Yeah.
And for session 0, like if people still want to make changes to their character aesthetically, stat wise, whatever, this is the time. You still have time to do that.
Yes.
Just make my token a question mark.
You did go with the Leonin.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was literally, when I looked through the races again, I saw Leonin, I'm like, I'm still thinking about it, but I know if I say yes, Julian is gonna bounce on this immediately, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy you jumped on that.
What distinctive traits do they have? Is it like strength plus dex?
Yeah, it's basically Tabaxi, but instead of the stealthy, dexterous end, it falls more into the strength angle.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, hi Dylan. I see you there.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Don't know if your mic's plugged in, so we're anticipating hearing your voice.
I am pointing fingers at you right now. Mic check. They're just waiting for their big entrance when the session starts.
So, I see that, and it reminds me that.
We lost Misha.
Oh no!
So I gotta say this: I see that token, and it reminds me that Final Fantasy is making this an official thing.
1, 2. How about now?
There you go. We hear you now.
Oh, that's why I wasn't heard.
Oh yeah, those. What were they called? The Akari?
No, they're the Hrothgar.
Really, the Hroth? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the name of the guy that travels with you.
Is that your token, Brandon?
No, that was me just looking at Jules' token and going, yeah, that reminds me that Final Fantasy is finally getting a female Hrothgar soon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, because they were all males in 10, weren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
As far as missing players, in total, there Andrew and Alan. I think Andrew's with Zach. Alan is with his sister. And so what I'm gonna do separately is I'm gonna run kind of like campaign 1. I'm gonna run their own session 0.
Oh, great!
Because by the end of this, there'll be reason for everyone to come together. So
gotcha.
They'll just have a separate reason for being brought up. And then my brother, he just had a lot of things going on, so he had to pass on us.
Unfortunate. Oh, this isn't one of them chaotic games.
At least for right now.
For now.
For now. Did I add that? This is also the first time I've DM'd since pretty much our last game, so this is loosey-goosey.
Refresh. I don't like that.
No, I can't post those. Those are spoilers.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just stick with this for now until I can figure something I like.
All right.
Oh, it still has the white background. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried getting it as a PNG. Let me try one more time.
I think it is a PNG and it still has the stupid white background. How unfortunate.
Oh, it keeps coming as JPEG. Yeah, that Photoshop, I can fix that real quick.
Woo!
It's on my laptop, but yeah. For today, you have the white background.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Controlled by Clyde?
I mean, yeah, because we don't have character sheets on here.
Yeah.
So Clyde will have to do.
There we go. They take their first baby steps.
Oh god. Fell over.
I also I can bring some of the old ones back if we have preferences, but 90 to 95% of all the music for campaign 1 was replaced for this campaign.
Oh.
So a whole different measure of sounds and music.
Do you want me to have it heard on stream?
Some of it's probably copyright, so
That's,
I think
I figured.
I don't want to crash your Twitch Twitch platform.
That's why I gotta be on point about it. It's all right. I made no changes to the music. I just keep the same old.
Yeah, it's all good.
Whatever fits the moment.
Yeah. Also, I think I shared it on here. I do not remember, but my one buddy, my acting buddy, brought it back up again. So, just throwing it out there, Jules created his voice acting demo reel, and it's fucking amazing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Nice.
I still have some of my buddies bring it up. They're like, "Yeah, he did really good." So if you've not heard it, check it out. It's great.
I have not practiced or done anything as much as I makes me sad.
I feel ya. A lot of my buddies have been busy, so it's really just been improv at the moment. Alrighty.
Well, like I haven't even been able to do anything because I mean, it's been work and then trying to find a new place to move to.
Mm-hmm. No, I gotcha.
I wonder if now that if I have my character sheet on Roll20, if it'll even let me roll things, or if it's gonna paywall me the moment I try to do anything.
If you use Roll20, worst case, we have like the manual dice that you can just look in the column. Yeah,
That works.
Gillig Twiglims.
Yep.
There we go. Brandon and Dylan, do you guys have tokens, or do you just want me to use like Misha and Nasira?
I'm about to send you.
Okay.
I still have yet to choose which character, but yes, I have tokens.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Bring them all in. We'll we'll have like we'll have a showcase, and then we'll give you thumbs up or thumbs down.
Oh no!
We have room in the party for one more. Please choose which of these.
The other two die.
Yeah, this is the video game moment where you get all the character options. Like, who do you want as your ally?
Yeah, I think then the tutorial kills them off because you didn't choose them, and then the rest of the game makes you feel bad for it, even though you had no other choice.
Yeah.
It might be easier just to find out what classes we already have, so I can root out a couple of them.
Okay.
I figured.
I'm willing to
coverage.
divulge. I've got.
Or we could do it vice versa, where I show you what I have, and you're like, no, don't do that one. Someone else already has it. Wink, wink.
Well, I've got an artificer, and so I'll say that much.
I saw the goggles. I assumed as much. Oh my.
Okay,
Oh.
I didn't have an artificer, so it doesn't actually change anything.
Holy
Cool.
crud! You made so many.
Oh dear.
Is that a Death Knight Kobold?
Yes.
Hey, what are you guys looking at? I can't see.
Yeah, Dylan, post the tokens in the session chat. Go for it.
Okay.
Dylan's DMing it, I imagine.
You make 8 characters.
No, 7. 2 of them are the same character, but just
Hey
They
man,
just wear 2 different types of clothes.
they're a changeling.
I had a
so-
feeling. Yes, I have a similar idea with the changeling. But I'm debuting my changeling when it comes to a main campaign.
Adventurers, please step across the line. Adventurers, please turn to your left. Adventurer 5, that's your right. Please turn to your left.
All right,
Oh wow.
we've got options. No elves, no elves.
No.
That's fine. Just gotta keep up the elf hate with
What? What's that on
Andrew
the
gone.
What's that on the bottom?
Is that an owl bear? Or
No, that's a
tabaxi?
tabaxi.
Yeah, because of the tail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Tabaxi rogue.
No, Tabaxi fighter.
What is the
Oh,
Acts
one
like
just
a rogue.
above that?
Hey, like Khatib.
So bottom to top, that's a Tabaxi fighter that acts like a rogue. The next one is a tiefling rogue that acts like a bard.
okay.
The next 2 are a monk, and this is one of the new Tasha's classes. I can't remember what it
Is it
is.
Astral?
No, it's the Way of Mercy.
Hmm.
And whenever he attacks, he's gonna use his dark form, and whenever he heals, he uses his light form.
That's right.
Oh, Dep.
So it's a
Interesting.
changeling, and then any of these tokens could also work for that. The next
Yeah.
one is a turtle that is a spores druid.
Nice, nice.
The next one is a Kenku bard named Bird. What's the next one? Did I make one for that one? Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, am I missing one? No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
The next one is a human wild magic sorcerer who was raised by goblins.
Okay. All right.
And the last one is a kobold paladin. Which oath are you? Oath of Conquest.
This is also the first time I've heard some of these, so I'm like, oh, so many options.
I will tell you what I would love to see, and that's just because I'd like to see how someone else plays it. Because I've got my Spore Druid and another campaign. It'd be nice to see different play styles of that.
I'm curious about the Way of Mercy monk.
Way of Mercy Monk would be interesting as well.
I was gonna say those 2, and then also the Tabaxi at the bottom.
The fighter that pretends to be a rogue.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be like, oh, the DM's preference, but like,
Uh-oh.
no.
The
all
other
6
6 receive significant debuffs.
Gosh.
And worst case, if the character you play today isn't the one you want to go forward with the campaign, that's fine. Like, he got a cold, he sent in his friend.
Yeah, I know a guy.
That said, what combat positions do we have spoken for? I guess is my biggest question.
Guess I never thought about that.
Artificer.
Artificer mine would be medium range.
Part part of me wants to assume fighter for Jules' character, but I don't want to.
A ranger.
Ranger, nice.
Hot dog.
I'm actually using Tasha's. I flavored it up a lot, but it's a swarm keeper ranger.
Okay, cool.
It's very flavored, and I'll explain later.
There we go. And Brandon, I know you're human.
I am also a ranger.
Okay.
Okay, so not a lot of casters.
I am a caster, but not heavy caster. I'm more utility.
I could be wrong. I think Andrew might want to play a wizard. I'm not sure.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So who are we picking?
Can I roll 1d8?
You could.
There you go. Leave it up to the dice. Let's go.
Peer pressure.
Let's go.
1d7. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think I can narrow it down a little bit.
Okay.
Between.
Because I know Santiago, you have to leave a little early today. So.
Just being AFK, not leaving.
Okay.
I'll come right back. I'll even leave the stream on and such and keep tabs on it.
Cool.
So our wizard, do we know if he's going high damage or?
It's Andrew. It's probably
high damage. Probably fireball based. It's either battle mage or evocation. I don't.
Wanye will remember that.
I can take care of that. Let's get rid of that.
Oh wait. Oh, I have to add. I didn't add Brandon to the main squad.
I think what I'll do is I'll go for the Turtle Druid.
Okay.
Nice.
Spores.
Sweet.
Spores.
Yes.
I spored myself.
There we go.
Doctor, check that out.
I am a doctor. It's fine.
I am a doctor of necromancy.
Oh god, it's different controls. I gotta remember.
So, there we go. There's your turtle. I still have. Why is it like controlled by Dungeon Master, Baldrus, Wanye, Balasar, Watt, Santiago, Brandon, and Imps, Dylan.
Nice.
Let's change the name.
Yeah, that fight was a very long time ago.
Everything was Misha was a long time ago.
Oh, right.
All right. So
Oh, no. Oh, damn it. I can't look at the stats for my Steel Defender.
Alright, I need a character sheet.
All right. Let's see. I think part of today is just going to be kind of loosey-goosey. So if you have an idea of what it is, I'm also just willing to trust if it's like, if you roll a 1, if you roll a 20, I'm going to trust you all on that.
All right.
So we'll kind of keep it loose-goose today. Let me see. All right, what I will do... I'll give you all a character sheet just right now, just so I can get it out of the way.
Oh, okay.
There we go. So if you want to work on it now, go for it. If not, no worries. But in a second, I have a script to kind of absorb you guys into the new setting you guys will be in. Okay, there's Jules' sheet, there's Santiago's sheet, there's where are you? Brandon, there you are. I'm just going alphabetically. No, that's not alphabetically. And then...
I'm going alphabetically. Really?
Is, Dylan, is your character's name starting with a P?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alright, I gave everyone sheets. There you go. But okay, I am going to read this little script to kind of get us all back in. So, okay. Welcome, everyone, to... Oh, sorry. Jules, do you have a call, or did someone calling you? Sorry.
Hold on, guys. I gotta step away for a minute.
Okay.
Do not see a sheet.
You do not see a sheet. Okay, let me try.
Do you have to like post it or like what's it called? Enable or something?
Oh, that might be
Publish. That's the one.
Show to. Oh, this sheet isn't shared with any players. Oh, come on, man. Sure, just show to players. Show to everyone.
I have to restart my computer because my web browser is a piece of junk that doesn't want to load.
Well, this is the perfect time to do it. So.
I say that and then it starts loading. I've just restarted my web browser like 3 times, trying to get it to actually load the web pages.
So now I can see everybody's.
Okay, yeah, I just find the one that you can control. Look, it's been a while. It's been a very long while.
Someone's been a bit rusty.
Where is he? Where is he? Found him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still on brand. Still on brand.
I had just taken the one that I had for Jamel and changed the name on it.
Oh, okay. Hey, that works. But if someone doesn't have a sheet, just let me know and I will do it again. Yeah, George the Ogre cannot fix this issue. He's on it.
Really?
He's
on break? He's had a lot of break.
Yeah, he maintenanced an entire campaign A. He deserves a short leave. Whoever our maintenance person for this campaign is, I do not know yet, but we'll find out. It's just a human, just a simple human.
He's trying his best.
Hi guys, I'm new here.
That's a good point. I need to make
There we
notes. Go. Okay.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. So if we're all ready, there we go. Okay. Well, welcome everyone to Campaign B, Voidwalk. Before we jump into the trials and tribulations to come, let us take a brief detour down memory lane. Flick music. There we go. Ah, there we go. Wait. There we go. Alrighty. Our first campaign, Blood Ties, has so far featured a number of gripping, thrilling, and hilarious stories. What started out as a small band of 3 adventurers whose biggest concern was a thieving satyr, eventually transformed into an adrenaline-filled sprint across the southern region of Breaker. You all chose to face danger head-on whenever opportunity presented itself, such as slaying a hydra in its lair, accepting eldritch trials of increasing difficulty for unique rewards, and combating an adult black dragon in a long-abandoned fortress. You fled from the law, fearing capture or perhaps some worse untold fate, and made your way through forest and swamps and ink, dungeon, and, well, Janglebrook. For the foes you've faced and the alliances you've earned, and the friends you've made along the way, this party of extremists have certainly earned one for the history books. But for now, they rest in the prisons of Breaker's Landing, awaiting for a time when the rest of their tale will unfold. This story, however, is not about them. No. This story takes place far, far north, outside of Breaker, though still within the borders of the Romalian Empire. Even past the northern fields of Sylvestra, just north of Breaker, now commonly known as the Deadlands. Enter Campaign B. The date, 2 Blizzera 683 PD, nearly 4 months in-game from when our last session concluded. The coldest, most frostbitten part of the year has arrived, and the setting you all currently at is the city known as Jubek, a densely packed, plutocratic city walled within its tall, crescent moon-shaped exterior. It's a noisy, moving bedlam most commonly known for business, influxes of trade, and its offer of citizenship for specific monsters, we'll call them, so long as they prove good behavior and have the official paperwork. There's also been expansions of crime, and in recent years, an attempt at full prohibition on alcohol. To the west, the Esterna region. To the east, Ramali. To the south, the Deadlands, and to the north, an endless landscape of snow, frost, and rock. Jubik undoubtedly is the center of attention for this part of the world. It also serves as a recruitment and training site for future Ramalian soldiers, a historical site where the dreaded Razor Rock Black Dragon once reigned terror prior to its slaying, and one of the last regional bastions for the Empire to ward off attacks from the Esterna region should the now 66-year-long ceasefire end. For those who find a way to play the game, life in Jubik is as exciting as it can be rewarding, while offering all the safety and comforts money can buy. But alas, Jubik is not without its problems. The plutocracy-based government has become more strained with each year. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, and everyone, in short, is very pissed the hell off. The Martial Court, the main system of military-based leaders organizing the city, has lost support of its people who accuse them for only caring for citizens of high society. The poor fight for scraps daily and have been pushed to the backmost sections of the city, so that the clean image of Jubik's foreground is maintained. At the top of the chain is the polarizing Vivander royal family, who the Martial Court so carefully protect and serve their every whim, and in return receive massive boons and favors for their unwavering service. This clash of self-interest seems to have only strengthened both the court's grip on gaining further power and the people's resolve for drastic change. Eventually, when the harshest and most ineffective regulations were set in place by the courts, the Bottle Barrel Gang, Jubik's greatest generator of crime, took shape and began its reign of terror, quickly creating disarray for both sides and chaos throughout the city. Life for most have become worse since the gang's inception, though some would say the gang is their best chance they've ever gotten for a better life. Concerning you all, there are also problems outside the walls of Jubik. Just to the south, monster sightings were spotted over the past year in the Caterglow Woods, something that hasn't happened since the early days of the Ramalian Great Hunt 60 years ago. Trading routes, once safe and reputable, have fallen victim by highwaymen, hobgoblins, gnolls, and other creatures. The lizard folk invasion from the eastern shores have continued to overwhelm throughout the year, and many of these invaders have made it past defenses and found their way into the homeland. Regardless of all of these stories, rumors, gossip, information, and legends, you all, for your own reasons, decided this place is a worthy venture for your time. Let us look now down into the snow-blanketed city to see all of you gathered near the colossal main city gates, slowly inching your way towards one of the city's most popular destination sites, the Moon Cup Tavern. It's a warm, rousy, and one of the few places around to get a legal pint of booze, thank the gods. And so, this is the beginning of our second story. This is the beginning of Voidwalk. So, in no particular order, may you all please introduce yourselves.
All right. So, hi, I'm Santiago. I will be playing Gillig Twiglimbs. He is a Goliath coming down from, well, made up on the spot, coming down from the northern mountains as he had been living in a dwarf community there for his reasons. And at the moment, I take it he's just waiting in the line to get access to the city, correct?
At the current moment, you all are within the city, so you.
Oh, we've entered the city limits. Okay.
So you all have some measure of legal passage into Jubik.
All right. So for description, Gillig can be seen always wearing a pair of, well, in the dark, anyways, a pair of blue spectacles. Wears simple blacksmith's apron and robes. Has his typical Goliath tribal tattoos over his body, but they have been faded over time. Possibly you see they're scorched. They're scorched off. He's a rather tall Goliath, but very lanky for a person of his stature. Definitely, you would look at him and say that's a weak-looking Goliath if you were to compare him to a typical Goliath alongside him. That's all, I guess.
Awesome, awesome.
I guess I'll go. I'm Julian. I am playing Sin the Sand Demon. I'm a Leonin. I look very mangy. Kind of looks like I've seen some scraps throughout my years. I also seem very dirty, and there seems to be sand that continues to follow out of my fur, but doesn't really leave a trail. And I'm dressed more for the desert with robes and sashes, very any My Hero Academia fans, very Night Eye-esque robes around my head, kind of covering the lower half of my face, and I do have a chipped ear as well, and yeah, I have kind of more of a stoic vibe about myself. Kind of a standoffish vibe. I don't like people like getting near or touching me. So.
Okay.
Nice, awesome.
I'll go next. I'm Prime. I am playing. I am playing Kai Baruch. For the most part, I am human. You might catch glimpses of dark hair under my hood. I am wearing a cloak that covers up most of what I'm wearing. It looks fairly raggedy, like something you would see in the slums area. If you catch a short glimpse of it, you'll see that on the inside, it looks quite the opposite, such as something you might see in the higher society, as if by turning it inside out, I could just switch where it looks like I'm from in just a moment.
Nice. Awesome.
Right. I'm Dylan, and I will be playing Persephone, female turtle, and she is not wearing much in the way of clothing, but upon further inspection, you'll notice that what seems to be her skin and shell seems to be very multicolored, dark, and spotty. When you get closer, you realize that she is covered with a not so thin layer of moss and some other lichen and fungi. She's standoffish at first, but when you get to know her, she continues to be a little standoffish. Let's start with that.
All right. A very don't touch me party. Cool, awesome. Well, the four of you, you all are not first level. You all are a higher level.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some history, which I'll allow all of you to decide, maybe on the fly.
Okay.
But you all are slowly making your way towards the tavern. There's a little bit of time before you get there, and let's dive right in. You all are walking down the main cobbled roads. The snow in the city, it's maybe only 2 inches off the ground. It's nothing extreme, and some of the local guardsmen and staff do still try to keep the roads mostly paved or cleaned off of snow so you can see a trail. But for the most part, everyone's following torchlight and moving around.
Right.
It's around 9 o'clock at night now, so most people have been leaving work. Some people work here very late, and most are returning home, but a couple wandering bodies and people finish their late shifts are making their way to the tavern. So, as you all are making your way to the tavern, what would you like to do or discuss?
Gillick will strike up conversation with whoever's nearby, assuming either we're in a cluster or just happened to be on the same route at the same time.
Anybody know this city very well? Kind of new here.
I'm not really accustomed to the snow.
Oh yeah, you're pretty bundled up there.
Yeah, this is strange territory for me, but expect the unexpected, I suppose.
You get used to it. I come from the mountains. Where you come from?
Deserts.
Oh, never been around those regions.
Yeah, we're quite a pair. Huh?
You'll notice. Oh wait.
Name's Gillig. What's yours?
Sin.
Huh. All right, Sin.
You'll notice Gillig's kind of like hauling a big pack, like larger than usual. It's almost like maybe he's a caravan trader or something, but it's got like complex whirring parts. This would essentially be his steel defender as part of his class. It's like inactive at the moment.
Gotcha.
Do we have any gold?
Oh, do you have gold? Yeah, you do have a modest amount.
Okay.
You guys have done work, whether it be slaying or crafting or what you dictate your background to be. So yeah, you're pretty moderately kept.
Okay.
So Sin, what kind of work you do?
Whatever will pay me. There's no one job, but I do my best at killing.
Ah, one of those. So, if you write it down on a piece of paper, you'd say mercenary, right?
Yeah, if I had an obligation to write it down, I'd put it down as mercenary.
All right. I fancy myself a smith. I was hoping to start up a shop around here and get that business possibly started. If I ever get settled down, maybe I can make you some stuff for a fee.
You'll find that I use very few weapons, but I appreciate the gesture.
All right, he nods and continues on.
And Persephone and Kai, what are you two doing?
I'll let Persephone go first.
Well, after that exchange, just listening intently. I guess she'll.
We had time.
We have a party of introverts. I love it.
Hey, I'm trying. Okay.
You're good. I'm still working. I just got the main portion of my character sheet set.
It's all a panic, I know.
Sorry. Everything that I chose is in Roll20. I chose a class and a race. Okay. Persephone will chime in. Actually, I'm not one for metals, so I don't think I'll be taking you up on your generous offer.
Oh, that's a shame. Who might you be?
I'm Persephone, at least that's what they call me, and I live off the land myself.
Yeah, I can sort of see that, and he kind of like eyes your.
He eyes your like shell, sees the moss growing off it.
That's fascinating stuff you've got there.
Yes, sorry, I just swallowed down an impulse to call it my children. You can see that they have more than one purpose, especially in an era that gets a little colder.
Huh. Well, I mean, I understand your distaste of metalwork, but I'm a pretty crafty guy myself. I don't have to work on just metals.
Yes, good point.
I'm saying I'm pretty versatile.
Ah, excellent. Woodworking, perhaps?
Yeah. Just gotta get the right tools for the job.
Yeah, if you're hoping to open a shop and have it be a success, you can't just cater to one set of clientele.
Oh, I do cater to one set of clientele.
Oh, I was talking about him, but okay.
Gillick gets interested. Gillick gets interested.
What might that be?
Those who are not still living.
Oh, work at a morgue?
You could line what I do with the mortuary, yes, but it specifically has to deal with those who have died in quite gruesome and disturbing ways. I deal with recovering the bodies and restoring them as best as possible, if they are able to be restored whatsoever.
I think you and I are going to get along really well.
Yeah, you got a little bit of synergy going on there.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll be sure to take care of your body well after you're dead.
I don't think.
I guarantee you, that won't be for a long time.
I think I'd rather let the dwarves handle whatever they want with me. I'm more accustomed to their methods.
Well, we'll see.
Do we notice the loner human just walking inside? Because Gillick was gonna be like, hey, get in here.
Well, this has been happening. Kai has actually been having a conversation with someone else.
Your mic went robot.
Yeah, your mic is roboting.
You see a robot in the street.
They're a Warforged now.
Vanished. Gone like the wind.
Shoot. Oh no.
Can't hear you if you're
Is that
talking.
any better?
There it is.
Much
Better.
better.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. There is something going on with the drivers in my computer. They've been just doing that the last 2 days.
Sound issues are. Yep, I feel you.
Are you certified to have them? Are you certified to have them?
Like the
You
drivers?
have your driver. Yeah, your driver's license.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes I wish it would be taken away, but
I knew I liked you, Dylan.
but no. So while this is happening, Kai is having a separate conversation off to the side with another figure. He shakes the figure's hand, having gold palmed in the hand, giving it to the figure, and then the figure will walk away into an alleyway.
What are you doing over there? I yell at him.
Catching up with some old friends.
Oh, you're actually a regular here.
I'm a bit of a regular everywhere, no matter where I go.
Nomadic type?
He's homeless.
You could say that.
That's one way to put it. Well, I mean, at the current moment, so am I. Till I get settled here. I could use a drink.
And so this new band of 4 people slowly, after a series of time, inch their way more into the city. The inn's not too far away, but the snow is, even though it's light, it is sort of slowing everyone's pace. But eventually, you see a very large, almost shack, this large wooden building with trees and grass and a small garden wrapped around the forefront of the building. It has this very curved roof and this large sign that says the Moon Cup Tavern. And at the very front of the door, you see, which I will reveal in just a moment, a very middle-aged looking guard with a humongous set of eyebrows and a mustache, holding a lantern just in front of the door, staring out away from the tavern and looking directly at the 4 of you. He's not doing anything at the moment, but as you approach, he does just stare at all of you.
Okay.
I just try to walk past him without a care. I don't even acknowledge him.
Hey.
I do not have control of my tongue.
All right. this will be the first. He's not doing. He holds out a hand slowly to you and just pats on your shoulder, like, excuse me, citizen. Oh, there's two of you now.
Yeah, well, I can't control the other one, so I dropped one myself.
Oh, it's a boy. The guard holds out a hand on your shoulder, just lightly. Excuse me, citizen.
Take your hand off now.
Kind of stares at you at the moment. Understandable. Knows it. Citizen, I must do a minor inspection, if you don't mind, of your current equipment and your personhood, if you wouldn't mind. In fact, all of you, I need to do a minor inspection.
Just
we're getting
staring
into here
directly. Oh, sorry.
for entering the bar. Wouldn't you have done that outside city gates?
Yes, but because the bottle barrel gang has been rising lately, we need to take extra precaution and look for potential members. This is an establishment of alcohol, after all, and we need to be cautious of who we let into the premises.
What is the name of that gang again?
Bottle barrel gang?
The bottle barrel gang.
They some sort of
I wanna hear
criminals?
it. I want him to say it. What was the name of that gang?
It's the bottle barrel gang, or the bottle barrel gang.
One more time. I'm a little hard of hearing. One more time.
The last time, it's the bottle barrel gang.
Okay, I'm content. Thank you. That's just kind of like, just with my eyes, can I try to just intimidate him by not breaking eye contact?
You can roll intimidation check. The funny thing is, his brows are so big you can't even see his eyes. It just looks like he has
stare into his brows.
Make an intimidation check, please.
You know, eyebrows are the curtains to the soul.
10.
Oh, Jeff, you rolled good. He looks at you saying, apologies, my citizen, but it is important that we make sure who gets invited into this fine establishment is a modest member of the society. I must do a minor inspection. I will not take any of your belongings.
What is the inspection? Are you gonna pat us down or?
Here, I'll go first, don't worry. You can check out what I've got. I've got normal tools. You might want to watch out for the pack here. It's a lot of moving stuff, so be careful.
Did Persephone want to try something?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you may definitely search me first, but I'm not quite sure that you're going to like what you find.
Ominous.
He does kind of slowly begins, still staring at Persephone, slowly begins patting down Gillig. Do you have any alcohol on you by chance?
No, that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on, let me fix that.
No, that's why I'm here.
Oh my god. That's fucking great. That's just the. Bye guys, I'm done.
Okay.
I can't even top that.
Yeah. We've
That's a funny line. Oh
we've apexed the campaign. We can't go higher than this.
Come on. No, we can step it up. Come on.
Quickly searches his pocket and goes, very well. May enter the establishment. He slowly opens the door for you.
See you fellas inside.
Alright. And we'll just put you inside at the moment. Checks down Persephone. Persephone, would you have any interesting material on you?
Yeah, there probably is some rubbing cleansing alcohol, but purely medical grade for the decomposition of bodies. However, while he pats me down, he's gonna take 1d4 necrotic damage and need to do a con save.
Oh my god. He got for con, he's old. He got a 15.
Where
Where?
queer
Oh, cool.
think that passes?
Okay.
Against
Oh,
yourself,
clear.
DC. Yeah,
Oh, clear. Okay.
clear. He's good.
But he still takes 1d4 damage.
He's taking 3 necrotic damage.
He does like begin feeling like faint as he's like, oh, not as young as I used to. You're fine. Just you're fine. Just head on in. And he opens the door for you to scoot on in.
I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm. And you scoot inside. Goes up to Sin. Do you still want to be? Do you still allow him to be inspected, or are you still resistant?
I allow it.
Okay. Any interesting contraband material or alcohol on your person?
I don't have any. No, I don't have any like contraband. I do have my scimitars and a longbow, but while he's patting me down, he is gonna know. He is gonna feel like just what he will feel how dirty I am in my fur and in my clothing. Like there's just I am just covered in I am weirdly covered in sand. It has not the sand has not left my body, and I'm I just I seem filthy, but I also seem clean at the same time. So he is just gonna notice, but he's mostly gonna notice that I'm very dirty.
And you do notice subtly that as he does begin like kind of checking things over, you do notice that he spots the sand and dirt on his hand, rubs it kind of behind his back on his cloth, reaches back in, realizes, oh, he's still dirty. It's like constantly sudsing up and washing his hands every 5 seconds.
Well, it doesn't happen to him. He's just noticing that it's on me. Like it stays on me. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So after a brief period, he's
this will make sense.
Okay. As you tell it, you look into the camera. This will make sense.
Bear with me, everybody.
He goes, okay, very well, good sir. You may apologies for the inconvenience. Opens the door for you.
I still stare directly into his eyes, and I don't break eye contact as I walk past him.
Okay.
And into the bar.
You make your way in, and then finally, Kai, do you approach?
Noticing how he reacted to that, I'm going to pull out a cloth and hand it to him in a way of letting him clean his hands. Along that cloth is a crest.
Ooh. Okay.
And then we just have to see how he reacts.
All right. Is this tied to your background? I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. He looks over and he sees kind of the crest and kind of stares at it and looks back at you and just without word nods. Doesn't even inspect you, just opens the door.
And I thank him and go in.
Okay. And all of you step into the Mooncup Tavern Inn. It's a large, very reddish-orange lit tavern with long wooden floor beams. There's a table in the center, square-shaped, the center of the bar where most of the establishment, or most of the patrons sit. There's a couple loose chairs, and at the moment, as I will reveal just in literally a moment, it is very much packed. A lot of people who've gotten off work for the night have just flustered into here and have decided to stay here for however long they might decide. You also notice a number of other characters in here. There are guards, there are what you appear to see a couple other monster races. You notice some scufflings or, banter happening about, but the room is yours to inspect and to do with.
Whoa, full house.
I can clear a table if we need to.
I mean, that one looks pretty good. He'll walk over to this one.
Simple.
Here's to the door.
Okay. You all
Hey,
take a.
hey,
Oh, you notice the child.
child, but yes, is that a drunk, passed out person next to her?
Make a perception or investigation check.
Gladly.
Okay, easy enough. You notice, from what you can see, you do see a small child wearing actually Jubic aesthetic clothing. The main colors of the city are this kind of navy blue with measures of black and white and gray, and she's wearing this very nice, cute navy blue outfit. And judging from the face of hers and the woman who is absolutely plastered and knocked out on the ground, this is a mother and child, and the child is just kind of staying with her mom and making sure that she's guarded her, waiting for her to wake back up.
What are the faces and like looks of these three guys?
They seem to be you would actually notice, just on basic note of the city, these are some of the palace workers and some of the city workers. They seem to go, this is just another night for them.
They're minding their own business.
They are minding their own business. They are just averting their gaze and going, just keep it here. Just, we do us, they do them.
Sorry. I don't know if I interrupted somebody.
No.
Nope. Okay. I would like to size up this fella here. I think you'd been the first one I just kind of looked at and got a feel for.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely the biggest person in the room. This is a nearly roughly 8 foot tall orc, not a half orc, an orc. Oh. And he is so large he is taking up 2 of the seats. You also notice just to the left that all of the particular workers who are at the counter are very much keeping their distance away from this person. You notice that he's just massively bulk built. He has these white, not Goliath, but white tribal markings across his face and a couple across his back. He's just a big shirtless green orc in brown pants and a metal gauntlet with a number of tankards just running down the bar. And it seems like he's just going one after the other.
Does he seem affected by the fact that people are staying away from him?
He seems... you can tell that he thinks or knows that he's the apex predator of the room, so he's not at all concerned with
I
whatever.
Immediately move up to the bar and sit at 1 seat away from him.
Oh, this should be good.
And I just stare at him.
He looks over at you. Big kitty.
Gillick walks to the side and they'll flag up the bartender.
Hey, how about a couple of drinks here?
And I'd like to also look him dead in the eye and see if I can, just by looking at him, if he can be scared from my eyes.
Sure, give it a shot.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Oh dear.
No.
Wow.
First one. You look into his eyes, and there is a moment where you just immediately he just stares completely at you. He is bricked emotion, and just the game you're trying to play with him, he plays directly back at you. This guy does not get intimidated by much, and is just.
Okay. I would also like to point out, I know this failed. I'm going to maintain eye contact, and it's a side eye too. I'm not even giving him my full attention. I want him just to feel like we're okay. I want him to feel the standstill.
Mm-hmm.
As I put a coin down on the bar, for a drink.
Mm-hmm. You do, and from the side glance, he's just staring directly at you while you're side-eyeing. He seems to enjoy the atmosphere that this creates. He revels in this. But at one point, he just turns away and goes back to his drinks, which you do notice the tankards he has in particular are appropriate for his size. But eventually, you do see a couple barmaids running over here. They seem to be preoccupied with the palace workers at the moment, who are just ordering food after food, drink after drink.
Okay.
But eventually, you do see approach the two of you this very small gnome.
Oh.
Comically enough, you notice that for the inner area of this bar counter, you see multiple steps that she can walk up to be somewhat of the same height as all of you. But she gets up to you two. Oh, I haven't seen you two faces around here before. You new in town?
Sure am.
I still haven't broken eye contact with the orc.
Oh, what are you... Oh, with how cold it is inside, it makes sense why you're coming into our warm establishment. What can I get all of you?
A simple ale for me.
Simple ale for you. That'll be, well, the first one's for free at this time of year, so I'll just get you that.
Oh.
If you want some more, you let me know.
It'll be the same for me.
Same for the Leon. Okay, that'll be easy enough. And she quickly, with lightning precision and speed, she jumps from the steps to another pair of steps over by the barrel.
Whoa.
Quickly racks up 2 kegs or 2 cups, fills them up, immediately jumps back, slams them on the counter. Not a single drop spilled.
Oh, that's really impressive.
There you go. Oh, well, thank you, Derry. You're looking very aesthetically pleasing myself, if I don't mind me asking. Is there any food I could give you? Anything else I could fetch you up? I guess with all those other, schmucks on the other end of the counter, they're going to be keeping us busy all night long. So I want to make sure everyone gets their fair share.
Got fish on the menu?
Oh, we got fish. We got fish over. Yeah, I can get to that real quick. Hey! And yells over at one of the barmaids. Need a slice of fish real quick. Get over here. It's like, all right, I'll book it as fast as I can. I'll let you know. Okay, it's fine. All right. Well, if you need anything else, just give me a holla, and I'll do my best when I got my best. Okay.
Well, what's your name?
Oh, what's my name? Well, I am Mistress Gabbin Gabby. You can just call me Gabs if you want, or Gabby, or Gabs, or Gabbin Gabby, whatever you prefer. Just anything with a G and an A and a B.
Gabs. All right. Well,
what do I call you two fellers?
I'm Gillig.
Gillig. Oh, it's a G. Look at that.
Yeah.
And your friend over here, and you?
My name is Sin.
Sin. Ooh, mysterious. I like it. That's very good. All right. Well, I'll get some fish for you, and you know what? I'll spot you again. Fish for him. I mean, you're a nice cat, so you probably prefer that. Not to judge if you don't.
I'm still staring at the orc.
Probably doesn't get much down in the desert.
Probably. Okay. Well, I'll fill you both up, and I'll be back in a few. She just runs off and starts running around grabbing other orders, and some of the palace workers are like, hey, I need another one over here. I'll get to you in a minute. Like, it's this very chaotic shout match of orders. Going back to the table over here, with I wanted to finish it off first with Persephone. Does Persephone do anything regarding the child and the mother on the ground, or is just noticing?
How is the child acting?
The child is she seems a bit not really concerned. She seems just like her mom's taking a nap and she's waiting and just doesn't know is just kind of enjoying the atmosphere and sticking with her mom.
All right, Persephone's gonna go over and cast a spell.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
Aha! Party pooper.
I'm gonna try to bring her back from.
Okay. So you're doing this for the mother?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, so you go up and okay, you walk up to the mother, who you do notice is breathing very, very faintly, and actually, you do see this measure of concern of she actually might be in some measure of critical condition. And the child is just completely oblivious. But you do walk up and cast Lesser Restoration. She...
Can I flavor it?
Sure.
Persephone is going to reach over her shoulder and grab a small amount of what looks like moss, and then she's going to pinch it with the entirety of her claws, and underneath the woman's nose, she's going to sprinkle it, not downward, but upward, because of how spores float, and with any inhalation that the lady takes, magic is going to enter her through the spores.
Nice, that's cool. So yeah, as the spores go through, she gets up. What time is it?
Not your time. And then she walks away.
And yet the girl's like, "Yay, mommy, you're awake! Yay!" And she gets up. She's like, "Oh, sweet, it's probably way past your bedtime. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I'm getting up. And she gets up, and she slowly starts, guided by her child, slowly begins making their way to the door. I can't move the fallen woman because that's a part of the
Yeah.
Right.
She's there forever. But the girl does walk past you and go, "Thank you, miss."
Persephone doesn't even look at her, and as soon as they're at the threshold, Persephone's going to mutter just loud enough for her table partner to hear, "Idiots."
And you see the two of them slowly stumble out and go into the dark. You might have saved a life tonight, Persephone.
It's much too early for 2 lives to have been spent. 1 would have been just enough.
If there's a lull in like all the shout matching and the ordering and stuff, Gilly would like flag down Gabs for a moment.
Hey Gabs, got a moment?
I got many moments. They're all being grabbed every second. What do you need?
You know anybody here that deals in merch? That's a merchant, I guess.
Oh, merch. Oh, that fella over there. And you see her point past the orc. And you see in the corner, you see what appears to be a guard having a conversation with what appears to be some sort of creature and a blue dragonborn.
What'd you ask?
A merchant. Which one of them is it?
Yeah, he comes in here and goes, some of it. He hasn't caused any problem. Not as much as old Gord over here. How you doing, Gord? And the orc looks over at Gabby. More. Okay, just same old, fine.
All right.
Fish is almost done. I'll let you know in a minute.
All right, thank you.
How is Kai taking both the bar atmosphere and Persephone healing?
On Persephone's last comment, I asked, but which one?
Oh, for the deaths of somebody?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, which idiot? Obviously the mother. Well, and a shame for the young one. I'm so soon. The older one has made her choices, and apparently choices for others as well. Do you take pity on the living, all of them, or just some of them? Or any of them, should I ask?
Pity's usually a waste.
I like that.
I take my drink and I turn around. I still am not breaking eye contact. But when I turn around to go back to the table, I just kind of give him like a very slight nod and walk away and walk back to the table.
You just see him as you give the nod. You just hear this loud crunch as he just bites into this large head of cabbage, just full face into it. and then just chucks it over the bar counter.
Wait, he's like chucks it for them to throw it away, or like?
Yeah, you see, and from what you can see, Gabby seems that this is just normal for her.
Okay, okay.
This does not deter her 1 inch. But you do look past the orc, which Gabby stated was named Gord, and you do see what appears to be the so-called merchant at the counter.
All right. Gillig will let some time pass. He'll eat his meal, keeping an eye on if they move or not. After he's eaten his meal, he'll walk over towards them.
Okay.
He'll stand over here, and
one of you guys a merchant?
Okay. As you walk up, you do see, you kind of get more context of what's going on. There seems to be a guard who's looking somewhat concerned and nervous, and there's a slip of paper in front of him, and having some kind of argument or debate with what you see as a bugbear. And more so, he has this very dark fur beard on top of his fur. And his uniform, it's very faded. It seems to have been dyed a bit to be a dark brown. He's literally wearing pig leather and pigskin. And he has kind of this underside armor that supplements a little bit, made of some metallic material. And then you see maybe a bardic sort of appearance to him, but this yellow shirt, white cloth shirt wearing blue dragonborn with this blue brown bonnet and blue feather cap. But you see the bugbear kind of hold up a finger to you. I'll get to you in just a second.
Sure thing, no worries. Take your time.
He turns back over to the guard. Now, I told you that the deal we established was a rental. And you know that I don't do rentals that often. The guard's like, look, I know. No, look, just listen. I know, but look, you're good friends with my dad, and we trusted this. Yeah, I'm good friends with your dad, and now I'm wondering if I should reconsider that argument. You, I suppose, on the other hand, you're gonna put me in some financial, starts with a J. What's with a J? You points over at Gillig. J word meaning
You thinking Jeopardy?
Yeah, Jeopardy, yeah. You are putting me and my establishments in financial jeopardy. So we're gonna need to try and reset the equation of sorts. One, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna either find that sword that I rented you, or if you're gonna find the money that's gonna replace that sword, as well as some compensation. The guard just like, okay, fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, you better be sorry. Get out of here. No, you got a new client over here, I think. And guard quickly just shuffles out of the seat.
As he walks by, I'll try to whisper in his shoulder.
Hey, wait for me outside in just a little bit. Might have a business with you.
Oh, the guard.
Yeah, the guard.
The guard just
the guard.
The guard just like, I don't trust these guys. You know, hobgoblins. I don't trust them. They're not worth their time. And he just walks out the door. Well, why don't you go take a seat right there? Seat's warm for you.
Sure is. I was told you're a merchant around these parts.
I'm usually around these parts. I'm usually around other parts. I go wherever the wind takes me, so to speak. Or more so, I go wherever the money takes me. That's my wind. That's the wind that puts, wind in my sail.
Well, it seems so far that wind has taken you here.
Yeah, I come by here when I feel like it. So what takes you here? I'm assuming the frostbite bit your ass too hard.
No, not really, but I am in the business of setting up a blacksmith of sorts, amongst other repair work.
Well, you came to the right place for it. Jubik's known for its businesses, but you ain't gonna have no business like my business.
Oh, and your business would be?
whatever the fuck anyone wants. That's my business. My business, I supply whatever it is you need.
Well, you got land for sale or estate to set up a
Land
shop?
for sale? What do you think I am, a homeowner or something? No. I sell merch, I sell weapons, I sell guns, I sell magic, I sell scrolls, I sell potions. I don't sell no fucking land.
Ever think of expanding?
Well, you think about it. No, not really. Well, looks over at the Dragonborn. Now we's found we found a comfort zone and it's paying us pretty well, so we're not gonna change that up near anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? If the wheel ain't broke, you don't try to buy a new one.
Alright, well.
That's what used people say a lot.
And I take it you've got a pulse on business here. Might know somebody who'd be able to guide me into setting up a shop.
You probably have to talk with the Marshal Court for that one.
Marshal Court, yeah, I'll Gillig up.
Gillig will make note of that.
Okay, well, now that I've done you some favors and given you a measure of business, are you planning on giving me any sort of measure of business?
I mean, that's fair, it's all give and take. I heard you earlier talking about some problem with a sword. That's something I can help you with?
Yeah. Damn, that was a fun dude. Yeah, one of my esteemed relics I keep in my possessions. I had an old friend, not so much anymore. I don't do rentals, I do sales. I keep it black and white, straight and even. But for this particular person, I thought I could trust his son with a bit of my property as a loan. Turns out, shouldn't have tried new things.
Went ahead and lost it?
It's like a sword. He doesn't even fucking know where it is. I'm just seeing, I don't even know where to fucking start with that.
Is it what kind of make is it?
Magic, runes, long sword, steel, inklets of silver, red handle, red wrap around it too. Good against the undead. I don't know why the fuck he needed it. I think he just wanted some sign of status at a party or something.
Alright. Understood. And then, what else do you need help with?
Business, really. I'm not really looking for business partners. I got the best one over here. Best cartographer in all of Jubek.
Oh. I guess. Oh, that's right. I never properly introduced myself. I'm Gillig, and you two would be?
You can call me Hogbear.
Hardbear?
Hogbear.
Hogbear, huh?
Hence this shit. He tugs on his pig hood. Huh. Well, Gillig, and I don't know why I did that. Sorry, it's been a very long night and that was a really nice sword. But, if you see me down the line in the future and you got coin or you got gold or you got a business proposition, I think we can meet both ways.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you.
Alright.
Gillig will return to his meal and to the seat for a moment.
This place has some character,
You'll find them wherever you go. Guess it's a good hub for it, though.
I want to get a better scope of the room. And I kind of just walk, and I kind of want to just walk around the bar, like going this way. Just kind of get a feel for everything.
Okay, make a perception check.
Alrighty. Damn it.
Okay. It's a little bit hard on the senses. There's a lot of, you see a lot of workers in uniform, you see a lot of guards in uniform. There's a lot of different people in between. I won't say anyone blends in. It's almost as if for whatever reason, their attire or their actions or their measures of talking, everyone stands out in their own way, and it's hard to kind of group people or categorize people.
Okay.
You do notice at this point in the back, you do notice there's a woman in what appears to be maybe monk-like clothing, having a very loud shouting match with two guards, and at one point you see this tankard throw back and crash against the wall. You know what? That's it. You don't want to respect this fucking shit. I'm done. Fuck. I'm done. I'm done. You know what? You ain't worth it. And the two guards just kind of have this like massive smirk on their face, and she just completely blows past and inadvertently shoulder checks you and just is already making her way out of the bar.
I take a mental note of her face,
Mm-hmm.
and I continue around the bar and see if there's anything else pops up at me.
Okay. And I'll definitely say with the perception check, a couple things. As far as just the surface level details, you notice the other characters in the room. You notice these two guards that were talking to the girl who shoulder checked you. They have all these papers. You're not sure exactly what it's for, but they just seem to be writing down notes on clipboards. You notice 3 very shady looking mercenaries in the back with a very drunk as fuck dwarf just downing an entire keg. And they seem extremely pissed off having, for some reason, to be around him. And you notice a couple other workers in the room playing cards or games or chatting or just slowly getting hammered.
Okay, when I get to here, so these guys are just like pissed off. These guys are like just pissed off at this guy.
Yeah, but they don't seem like they don't seem angry or yelling or acting or anything. They seem like they're just sort of bored and agitated. They're just sort of lying back and keeping an eye on the room. And you do notice that the fighter on the bottom does immediately eye you and doesn't react but stares at you and locks.
If you have something to say, say it. As I stare at him, also, can I try to intimidate him with my eyes again?
Sure.
This will eventually work one day.
The eyes.
This is not that one.
You both tied, actually.
Oh.
So you both just have this staring match, and he's just like, nope, got nothing to say.
You seem, you all seem uneasy.
The other two are just sort of like, there's a lot of awkward social interaction where all of them are just like, do we talk or do we just ignore this guy? But the bard to the left of the table is just like, well, our shift ends in maybe like, let's see how long, 16 hours. So, we're just trying to make do with what we can. And just sort of strings his lute real quick in one motion. And that sets off the dwarf who's just like, funny string.
Wow.
And just starts downing the keg of ale. And the girl rogue, it seems, just sort of drops her knife and just like, oh god, just hands and head.
Well, that's happening. If I can see the interaction, I'm just going to lean on the table and say, he just tried to pick a fight with just about everybody he's made eye contact with today, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is with that. Maybe that's his way of relaxing.
If he's not careful, we'll have a date soon. And I.
Maybe that's what he's trying to get himself into.
It would be my first opportunity to suture some orc fang bite marks. That would be fun.
While those dwarf is like cackling, I notice these guys are distraught. Your fool seems to be ruining your evening.
Well, we're getting, and the bard speaks up, well, we're getting paid for it, so, his delight is our eventual delight. But for now, it's just fucking suffering.
Who is he?
None of your concern.
Well, I just turn. I'll be seeing you all around, and I continue. Just make my way back to the table.
I'll say make an insight check
Oh, okay.
just to try and read this.
There
Okay.
we go.
Yeah.
Finally, good roll.
You it takes towards the end of the social situation, but from what you can pick up, these three seem to have been they seem to be three bodyguards. You're not sure why this dwarf in particular needs this measure of protection, but it seems like the bodyguard they seem like to be hired as bodyguards for the worst client possible. But the pay must be good if they have to put up with this.
Right. Yeah, I get back to the table and I kind of just tell them. I would assume that the woman that shoulder checked me would have left by now, right?
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
immediately stormed out.
I saw,
Also,
I
real
saw
quick,
quite an angry lady leave.
This is just Julian asking, what is this thing in the corner here?
Oh,
It's a good question. It blended right in. I'll say,
Yeah.
you briefly got to see it, but from what you saw, it seemed like a birdman sitting at the counter among the guards and the workers, and just slowly sipping back some kind of drink.
All right, I get back to the table. I sit down. So here's what I gathered from the room. First off, there's like a Birdman thing over there that I kind of noticed. You passed it. I passed it, and I came back around and I saw it again, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing's there. So crazy. Also, there was a woman that seemed very distraught by two guards stormed out of here. I don't know if you guys saw her.
Yeah.
And a very drunkard fool in the back with very heavy protection. Seems strange.
I think it's a noble.
Possibly. But I'm not sure if he's the one paying.
Oh, I see. Well, I saw
Your
Bird
fish
over here.
And this barmaid slams a plate at the table with two delicious-looking fish.
Hell
Sorry for the
yeah.
wait. Have a
No,
good
it's
night.
all right.
Really walks away.
Busy.
She never took our order.
Yeah, you gotta be on top of things around places like these.
I just kind of move my plate to the middle, and I'm like, it's community. Go ahead, if you'd like.
You see, and the fish in particular, it kind of seems to be like a seafood platter. There's a mixture of salmon, tuna, cod,
oh.
and a little mahi-mahi.
Gillig does not share his plate.
Oh, this is some good stuff.
Persephone, she'll snap at some.
No.
Particularly the mahi mahi. Delectable. Haven't quite tasted this before.
You're not gonna eat anything, human? You're gonna end up as skinny as me.
I'm all right for now.
Suit yourself.
You
No.
seem very. Go for it. You go for it.
No. Well, you commented on a couple of individuals, like there was something to do about them. Was there anything in particular you had in mind? Any of them you wanted to send my way?
I was more. Well, I don't know about sending your way, but I was more just confused by the level of security this one individual has. It doesn't seem of too much import, but something of it makes me uneasy.
I think the real question is, how much more security do you need when you're already being patted down at the front door?
True.
Yeah, but I think they were just searching for contraband. Not weapons.
We kept our weapons.
I don't know. Seems like trouble might follow that guy, even though he's so carefree about it.
Color scheme of their wardrobe doesn't look like the one from outside.
Yeah.
Are we slowly seeing people get knocked out by the alcohol?
Yeah, one by one, you do see some people, especially at the bar counters, get knocked off, and they're like, okay, and they're just dragging them off to the sides or throwing them in corners or behind benches or on benches, just slowly, yeah.
Gillig,
Excuse me for a moment.
will get up off the table to the exit, and go outside for a moment. Does he see that soldier who walked away from the merchant, or he's long gone?
You do open the door and look outside, and the door stops slightly as the guard at the front. Excuse me. Opens the rest of the door for you. If there's something you need, citizen, and you look around, you do not see any other the same guard around. It seems like he ran tail.
Yeah, did you see a soldier exit lately? Kind of possibly flustered.
We're talking about recently. Yes.
Would you happen to know the guy by chance, or maybe where he would be hanging out?
No.
All right, that's something for later then.
I remember faces, but I don't know the names.
All right. Oh, it's nothing to worry about then. Carry on.
The guard just like politely nods and shuts the door.
What was that about?
Well, when I was talking to the merchant up there,
He points at the table.
He was having an argument with some guard about a lost or, I think, broken sword that was very valuable to him. I was wondering if I could just chat that soldier up to make a replica. But seems like he's gone his way.
Continues to eat fish.
This very quiet, awkward, communal eating of fish.
Does this place look like it has a second floor?
It does not actually. Unlike other establishments like this is not a tavern or an inn. This is not an inn or resting place or brothel. This is just for food and liquor.
Gillig pipes up for a moment. He's like,
Oh, damn. Where am I gonna get sleep tonight? You guys know a place?
Not really. I'm not accustomed to this area.
Maybe Gabs knows something.
Yeah.
Are you not one to sleep outdoors?
That's not my most preferred spot.
Strange.
What do you mean?
Understandable. Strange how often people choose the comforts of in of doors rather than taking their time in the out of doors.
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta relax, you know? Biting cold, the annoying flies, they just don't do it for me.
I'm sure, but if you have the capabilities of making the flies go away, makes it a lot more comfortable outside.
Hmm.
And then I'm gonna cast invincibility.
What the?
What?
I'll think about that next time I go, Kip, what the?
Holy crud.
do I make a Constitution saving throw?
But we're not gonna direct it at any one person. This is gonna be directed out of the door.
Oh, they fly out.
Yes.
Oh no,
just
the
to
poor
prove a
guy.
point.
The poor guy, dude.
Okay. There is a moment where suddenly all these bugs and fleas show up, which it casts very close. So some of them do come over and start landing on the fish plates, and the two other guards on the left who have some mud and they start just trying to bat at the flies with the mud, but yeah, all these fleas and mites just start covering by the door, and as they try to go out, you hear you just hear this muffled screaming from outside.
Hey, come on, no need to start trouble.
Gillig goes to check on the guard if he's alright.
You do crack the door open, and you kind of like watching a video of a person being attacked by a goose and everyone's laughing. You just see this guard with his torch just waving it around.
Does he appear
injured after the flies are kind of like... I kind of swatted the flies too to help get them away. Does he appear injured?
Maybe his pride, but otherwise, no. He seems to be handling his own.
Okay. Alright.
You alright?
Oh, he's not. Oh, he's like... He's fully distracted by this. He's
okay.
Ah! Shuts the door.
It looks like he'll be okay.
They'll disperse momentarily. Point is, it's fun to have insects be your friends and or send them away. Just have to have an open mind about it.
I think we'll agree to disagree.
Fair enough. Enough. So in the meantime, we should we, as in him, pointing towards Sin, he should probably go about communicating like he has been and see if there's anywhere for those of us who are not comfortable out of doors to lay our heads.
You want me to ask around?
I mean, if you're going to be the sociable one, might as well.
I'm sure Gaz knows a place.
I go back up to the bar. Barmaiden.
Yep.
Do you know of a place where travelers can rest?
Well, mostly, a lot of them just sort of rest their heads in here, but to be fair, a lot of them just pass out. We don't charge here if you pass out, it's fine. So if you don't have a place to stay, just take a spot on the floor. But if you need a proper establishment, how much are you willing to pay?
No. A room's a room.
Room's a room. Okay. Well, there's plenty in the poor district. It's a little bit of a walks from here, so if you're willing to go that far. But if you want something a little bit more moderate, which is what I recommend, the middle district is just a little bit past the markets to the right of here. They probably charge like maybe a couple silver a night.
And in here, we just have to knock out.
Just knock out, which in the next... I was going to say looks at watch, but watch. Looks at sundial.
Indoors.
Indoors. In the next couple of so minutes, we're going to have our little daily drinking game. So, that's usually when people start knocking out. So if you feel like participating, by all means, jump right in.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Speaking of, as you walk back, you just hear her shout that message to everyone saying, "Get your asses in gear. We're gonna be drinking soon."
Oh.
I get back to the table. Well, they're having a contest of some sort, the drinking kind.
Ooh, what's the prize?
I didn't get that.
Destroyed liver.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I'm in. I mean, if I don't pass out, I'll probably find something in the middle district, like she said.
Yeah.
You guys in?
If there's a prize for it, I see no purpose in doing otherwise.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do things for fun.
Persephone's gonna hold up a finger until one of the staff.
He readies himself thinking you're gonna cast more bugs.
Not the bees, no. Holding up. At the moment, you do try to spot some of the bar members. You actually do notice one of the barmaids actually runs out to the barmaid at the counter and sort of tap her on the shoulder and do like a follow me motion, and they run back to the kitchen.
Must be preparing the kegs. Oh, let's get...
Excuse me a minute. I'm going to make charisma my worst. Because this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go get set up.
All right, everyone, we're gonna be drinking in just 1 minute. 1 minute only, please. Hurry up.
Sign me up.
All right.
Take your seats. Take a seat right there. Take your fucking seats. I see you. And you slowly see everyone just sort of mosey up to the counter.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sin, you're gonna be late.
Would any of you like a guaranteed win for this?
I think I'm just gonna spectate this circus.
I'm of like mind.
Mm-hmm. All right. So after a time, and you do notice, similar to before, all of the workers are trying to keep their distance from Gord, and really the only seats left are by him. So you do mosey up, and Gord leans down at the two of you.
I've been doing this for 3 years.
How are you not dead?
Because I'm a god.
Oh, a god, huh? I haven't challenged a god before.
Gord, the god they call me.
Oh, I'm Gillig.
And just spits this glob right in front of you.
I'll try to dodge it.
No, it's on the bar counter.
Oh, okay.
This giant mucus spit just slaps in front of you, and it's just like the gnarliest coloration you've ever seen.
I see you're making room already.
So at a brief time, Gabby's like, "Okay, time's up. If you're not at the bar, you're not cool. You're not having fun. The rest of you wonderful gentlemen here, thank you. And that was just a joke. If you're not at the bar, it's fine. We love your money and we love your faces. Just please stay here. Anyway," and he steps up on one of the keg. "Welcome to the Daily Moon Cup Drinking Challenge!" And everyone at the bar is like, there's some who are clearly enthusiastic, because this might be their first time doing it. There are some who have the dreary, yay, where they're just having the tail end of their work week. And there's some who are just like, confident and ready to get this over with, and like, all right, let's get in. All right, well, the rules are pretty simple, as everyone knows. Everyone who has a keg, if you have one, if you don't, someone please around you be kind enough to demonstrate. At the bottom of your kegs, you will see a moon symbol. Every time you drink a drink, you may record the moon symbol you have at the bottom, and those are your points. Whoever is the last person standing with the most points wins.
Sounds good to me. Let's get started.
Well, do you even know what you're winning?
I mean, drinking's part of the fun.
All right, so if this guy wins, okay, cash prize goes to other people. Okay, oh, I see. Yeah, it's okay.
So
You're
you
good.
just have to be the last one standing.
Yes. So, a couple small rules. You can drink as long as you like, and you can give up whenever you want. When you give up, however many tankards you have with however many points you have, that's what you end with. So the longer you stay in, the more you can accumulate points. But if you pass out, you don't get anything. The only people whose points get counted are the ones who are still standing by the end of it. So drink as much or as little as you want.
All right.
And you do, for those who have tankards close by, you do notice, to explain the technicalities of this, you notice at the bottom of each one, you notice that there is a crescent moon, a half moon, a 3/4 moon, and a full moon symbol at the bottom. And each one is worth 1, 2, 3, and 5 points appropriately.
Okay.
So every time you take a drink, you roll a 1d4, and that gives you the amount of points that you have. Now, for the purposes of this session 0, so we can have some versatility, and also I planned this to happen, Gabby begins kind of readying all the drinks and slowly begins passing them out. And you hear her go, all right, everyone, on the count of 3, we're going to take our first sips. 1, 2, and from the back, you see the barmaids burst out. And they go, everybody out! Everybody out!
What the?
And Gabby looks back, what's the problem? What's the problem, dearie? and they all just like are like rushing for the front door. They're like, "We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. Just everyone just needs to get the fuck out right now!" And they just start sprinting.
Huh? Something happened out back? What the hell?
I immediately just start, like, I walk past them and I just walk towards the where they came out of.
Someone injured?
Okay. And as,
I'm gonna go that way as well.
and as you start making your way, I'll say you get that far. From the back doors, you see what appears to be this funnel of liquid pour out from the bottom of the doors.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And slowly, you see what slowly pushes past the doors and bursts them open. You see what appears to be not water, but an elemental made entirely of ale and beer.
Oh, shit.
And at the sight of this, the majority of the workers begin bull rushing the front door. And as the doors burst open, you see the main guard just get trampled by everyone rushing out of the building. And even most of the guards begin rushing out as well.
I would like to turn to Grog and say, "Well, Mr. God, can you drink
Grog?
that?" What was his name again?
You can call him God.
The orc.
The orc.
Oh, Gord.
Gord. I turn to Gord and I go, "All right, Mr. God, I think that's your next cup."
And he kind of looks over at the elemental. And this monstrous roar just breaks out from him. And yeah, he's ready to go as well. You do notice the other members of the room that aren't running out. You notice the bugbear and the blue dragonborn. The dragonborn's about to get up, but he puts his hand on his chest like, no, this is gonna be fun. And you notice the group in the back guarding the dwarf. They don't leave, but they just sort of push the dwarf into the corner, and they're just keeping a perimeter around him. But without further ado, and as I clear the board of a couple more pieces, I would like, for the first time of this campaign, for everyone to roll initiative.
By any chance, do you have a token of an automaton to represent my steel defender? It's a medium construct.
I did not have that on hand.
Want me to make one?
Back real quick, I'm gonna grab some water.
Go for it.
Could you put a second Gillig I can control, and I'll give him like a status effect to differentiate him?
Yep, I'm just moving things real quickly here. I'll just shove some of these guys in the back. And the guards were mostly cowards as well. They just immediately turned tail and ran.
As did the weird bird person.
As did the weird bird person, yes. Let's put these guys out here. Oh. There you are. I'll say these guards stay by the door. And these three keep playing poker for some reason. They're like, wow, that's new. There we go. That turn, let me roll for the elemental.
There's one version of an automaton.
A droidica?
That'll work. That'll work. It's close enough.
Enemy appears. Where are those droidicas? Thank you.
It'll help differentiate it from any other constructs you have.
From anything in this world,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Gillick will unfurl the pack, and it won't be a droid deck, obviously. A construct, medium build, shape, size, appearance of a ram will appear before him. So quadrupedal in flavor, but will appear behind him in combat.
Okay. Okay, and is it the same initiative as you?
Yes, it goes directly after my turn.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. There we go. So top of the round, Kai, you are up.
All right. So I'm going to jump over the counter. Go back here.
Hi, Grumpy.
I'm
What's
guessing
up?
that these are lit torches, right?
Those are lit torches, yes.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I light my crossbow bolt on fire and shoot it?
Yeah, you could shoot at it.
Let's see. So give me a moment because this takes some time with this particular class because I get to attack.
$12. 12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. Okay. Along with that, because it is my first turn, I'm double checking this as.
Yeah, no worries, Grumpy. We're starting session 0 of our campaign.
Yeah, I can make an additional attack.
The party's getting to know one another, and
So attack a second time.
we're being attacked by a giant blob of alcohol.
14. 14 just barely hits.
All right. So I'll do that, and then I also need to roll an additional 1d8 due to my Dread Ambusher.
Okay. And this was a crossbow bolt lit on fire?
Yes.
What type of damage is Dread Ambusher? Is it just added with piercing?
Extra 1d8 damage of the weapon's damage type on hit.
Gotcha. Okay, so 11
That's
piercing.
unfortunate to hear.
And then on top of that, and this is, Tim absolutely hating what I'm doing, I'm also going to use Crossbow Expert to use my bonus action to make another attack.
Nice. Kill him.
I also have to, because I think this turns off after every attack. Yeah, it does. So I have to turn that back on. Damn.
Alright, and forward miss. But okay, so you quickly run up to the torch and light one of your crossbow bolts on fire, aim, and one of them does manage to hit. It pierces its form, and it does damage. And you do notice, because it's made of alcohol, it ignites.
Huh.
And it is now this watery, burning elemental.
Well,
And you notice parts of the floorboard and wall have begun to catch fire, and Gabby is just like immediate, like.
Now you fucked up.
I do want to point this out. Just. I do want to point this out. Not about me lighting it on fire, because hey, I'm hoping it's going to burn itself out. But no, for the image of me shooting 3 bolts in a turn, think of me holding a crossbow bolt between each finger on my left hand, and after I fire, I just slide that one back. In order.
Oh, okay. So you're pulling some Legolas maneuver. You're just having the next one ready.
Yes.
Cool. Alrighty. Next up is gonna be Gord, if that is your turn.
That is my turn.
Alright. Gord at this point is just going to immediately. I actually have this written down. Gord was ready to fight, but now that it has been lit on fire, Gord is actually now frightened. He has a fear of fire. And the once extremely confident orc to maybe Sin's delight, you see this complete utter sheer of confidence and intimidation fizzle in an instant. And like a scared puppy, he just hunches down and just stares at it.
Oh, you
I
poor
look at
thing.
him I look at him disgusted, just like disappointing.
There we go. He's not running away. He is standing his ground, but he is now somewhat terrified. The elemental now burning. Let's see how far it can make it. It can make it just to Sin, actually. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see this just massive column of liquid and flame make its way up. Hold on, I got a quick call. I'll be back in 1 second.
I'm looking at my pit bull. You can't hurt me.
I'm definitely stealing the elemental.
Ooh.
I'm so sad that I couldn't hit any of the attacks that had the -5.
Yeah, well, that is the risk of freaking, what is that? Sharpshooter?
Yeah, that's from Sharpshooter.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Thank you. On brand.
Shit,
on
nice
brand.
one, Grumpy.
All right, now because of it being on fire, it has a 5-foot radius for burn. So let me I actually need to look up a fire elemental real quick because it gains that property.
Rad.
There we go. Okay, so
All right.
it's touch. It's not just range. Okay. All right, so it's going to make a slam attack on Sin. Oh,
Okay.
it makes 2 actually.
Okay.
There we go. To hit, the one is a 13. The other is the other's a 23.
Okay, well, 23 hits. 13 doesn't.
Okay, so it's a little bit sloppy, and it every time it hits, it just lights the floor a little bit on fire. You are going to take. There we go. You are going to take 7 points of. Is it force? 7 points of bludgeoning damage, as well as 1 point of fire damage.
All right.
And this thing just spills completely over you, and maybe singes a little bit of the fur, and also sogs it up. But you're still standing.
All right. And I will say on that miss, just to kind of flavor it, instead of hitting me, it hits a wall of sand.
Oh,
It just
cool.
appears.
Oh, definitely.
Ooh.
Gara.
Yeah, for real.
Sick like that. That's the character I made.
Perfect.
Nice.
The swarm I have is sand. It's on my body.
Awesome.
Look, you've already got more personality than the character ever did for like the first 50 episodes, so you're fine.
Right?
All right. Persephone,
It's
you are up.
My favorite arc, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, but he's so shitty up until he finally starts emoting.
Right? Speaking of swarming things, I forgot. I was away from that. My radius is 10 feet, and I didn't figure you wanted one consistently. That was my radius. It's entered, so it's gonna have to do a con saving throw.
Oh, okay. For infestation?
For not infestation, this is
The spore!
a spore.
Yep.
Con
Spores.
save is 10.
1d4 necrotic damage.
1d4 necrotic, okay.
That's 1d6.
I thought you were going to roll a 1d20 for a second. I'm like, wait a minute.
Nope, this is wrong. I'm sorry.
Who can say, Grumpy?
Let me restructure that.
I guess we'll
It's gonna
find out
take
in the
2
coming
necrotic
episodes.
damage.
2 necrotic, okay.
That burns up my reaction. I'm going to look over. Yes, Gabitha. Do you have any water in this establishment?
Like, we got a bucket in the back.
Go get it.
Alright, fine. Don't tell me how to live my life. Just don't burn my bar down!
Your bar that I'm trying to say. in lieu of actually having any water in this establishment, Persephone's gonna try to shape the water out of the elemental and make it as pure alcohol as possible.
Whoa. You're just shrinking it.
I'm compacting it and also giving myself some water to work with.
Okay, let me see. I'd say. Okay, now I have to look up the lore of water elementals. See what you're doing to me?
Well, yes, I wasn't sure if the fire or the water was going to be the elemental portion of it, or the like an alcohol. So I'm like flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Persephone's not wearing any.
I'll say. Because it is water. Like I want to do both.
Well, instead I can.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do this because it says movement not enough to force to cause damage. So I'll say yes, you can take part of it, but it doesn't weaken it.
Okay.
So yes.
Well, then I'm just gonna use that water to start splashing out the fire that's on the establishment.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I see what you're doing. Okay. So yeah. So you do pull water from its form. Okay. I gotcha. And you're going to start putting out the bar counter or areas where it's lit on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll flavor that. Sure. So yeah, you pull it and start throwing it in just places where it's only 5 feet of water and the fire is slowly still growing in some areas, but you are able to kind of take out the biggest portion of it for right now.
Excellent.
You are in a massive tinderbox.
No, I'm trying. I have no bonus action, and I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Gillig.
All right. Gillig will turn.
Oh wait.
To...
Small question. Sorry,
Yes.
I just noticed they're the same. Who has the higher dex, Gillig or Sin?
Definitely Sin. I have a 8. I have 8 dexterity.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I have 17.
Okay, so Sin would go first for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Unbeknownst to this creature, my sand has been trickling out of me, surrounding him, and I'm going to cast Entangle and have the sand just engulf the area, 20 foot square.
Okay.
So, would be, that's a dark color.
Okay.
Hold on, let me.
No, that works. I can see it.
Okay.
So- Oh, that. Oh wait. Now I'm messing it up. Oh no.
Oh, whoops. And an extra. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's a little piece of toast. Yeah. So I cast Entangle within this area.
Okay. What kind of roll does it need to make a strength?
So he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Or be restrained.
Yes. This is sand. I don't know if that helps.
Okay. So one of the conditioned immunities of an elemental, specifically a water ale elemental, is it cannot be. It has a lot of immunities, but one of them is restraint. But it's still counted for rough terrain, so it would take double its movement speed to go through.
Question: can it be absorbed?
What could be absorbed?
Well,
Or can at least the fire be put out with the sand?
well, there's the fire that could be put out, but it's also a liquid, and sand is absorbent.
You know what? Okay.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll flavor, even though it's Yeah, I'll flavor that where, you know what, the sand will put out the fire for the elemental.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'll take it.
That way you get something out of it.
Yeah, I was hoping at least one of those two things might happen. If I couldn't at least actually restrain it.
I doubt it with sand that immediately dies.
And can't do that.
And I'll say the water that Persephone threw was the fire from where it originated from. So all the fire has been put out.
Fantastic. I'm going to risk an attack of opportunity and run to get on top of the bar.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. Like right here. Like, ooh, yeah, right. Like right there. But I'm on the bar.
Okay. That is a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So
There's another wall of sand.
Okay. So as the fire goes out, Gabby goes, whew, and just you quickly run by. The ale spills on the ground as you quickly jump out of the way and narrowly miss as you get to the counter.
And that is gonna be my turn. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, we have Gillig.
Gillig turns to Gorg. Was that his name?
Gord, yeah.
Gord, okay. And he'll issue a command to his construct.
Backbreaker, assist.
As his bonus action, it will move over there to attack, but for his action, he'll move over to Gorg and say,
"Come on, man, you can't be giving the big guys a bad name like that." And he'll cast heroism on Gord. Let's see.
Heroism, okay.
I don't know if it removes his fear, but he becomes immune to fear while the spell is active.
Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, if you're immune to fear, yeah. So
and he gains 2 temp HP.
I'll say that gets rid of it. So whatever you trigger in his brain, he's just goes, "You're right." And just chucks one of the seat barrels over the counter and crashes to the two standing just behind him. Okay.
I like your energy, but I need you to direct it at that.
And he's pointing at the ale elemental. Meanwhile, Backbreaker...
You hear the largest knuckle cracks you've ever heard.
Meanwhile, Backbreaker will attack with a Force-Empowered Rend, which is just my spell modifier to hit. It is just a goat slamming into the side of this thing, so...
Okay.
12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
It just sloshes through. That's bonus action, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Top of the round, back to Kai.
I will not light any more fires, I guess. I'll be nice. What's my strength? Not high enough to where I can comfortably try and throw something at him. I think I'll just keep shooting crossbow bolt. It's not the most effective, but at least it's something, right?
Yeah. 12 is a miss.
Yes, this is 5e. This is D&D 5e.
Bonus action to take another shot.
We're currently using
an 8 minus 5.
Player's Handbook.
Yes,
Xanathar's Guide.
I have Sharpshooter as my second feat.
And Tasha's.
So I take minus 5, but
Cauldron.
if it hits, it's plus 10 damage.
Nice. A 7 is a miss.
And I'm going to comfortably put myself right over here.
Okay. Scurries around, hops over barrels, hops over bar counter. Alright. If that is your turn, next up is Gord. Gord is just going to, with the bravery, pretty much just body check Gillig.
That's alright.
And just rushes straight up. Now he's going to get entangled, I think. creature within the area.
It'll be rough terrain. He won't get entangled.
Okay, so he won't get entangled, but it's rough. Okay, so he just barely makes it. And he's going to do a double fist attack at him. It's a 15 to hit. And that's a soft 20 to hit. He's got +4.
These technically count as my hits. You're welcome.
Now he is punching, but he is tough. It is total 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh no.
Oh no. As he just punches in, and his speed immediately slows as he punches in. It seems like the liquid nature of its body's shock absorption for the hits. But yeah, he's in the game. Next up is going to be the Elemental, who, let me see.
Needs to do a con saving throw, because it's in my aura.
That's fair. I have to get used to that. 19 plus numbers, 23.
Passes. It's good.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. The Elemental's actually going to move. And I'll say, as it moves, these guys, as it gets closer, they're like, well, game's over, time to go. And they just immediately back off. The two guards are still positioned in the corner. The Elemental is going to move 2 spaces. And it's going to try and engulf the mech and Persephone.
Why?
Okay.
I need...
Oh, come on, I'm gonna have to clean that out.
I need the 2 of you to make strength saving throws.
That's a 20 plus 2.
15 just barely passes.
It rolled an 11.
11. Okay, so Persephone, you are not engulfed by it. But the mech is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Alright, it is going to
I get pushed into the next slot over if I'm not engulfed, right?
I'm gonna double check that real quick because I think so. If the
It's
saving
like
throws,
gelatinous cube, then yes.
Yep, target is pushed out of the space.
Cool.
The mech is going to take approximately 10 bludgeoning damage.
It has...
And it is grappled.
Hold on, I'm trying to calculate the actual full HP of it. 5 times artificer, 5 times artificer level, so 20 plus int mod. 24, 26 HP. Okay, got it.
26. Gotcha. So now 16.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, so it's taken a beating, and it might be a pain to see your creation and your child be bashed around, but it's still standing.
It doesn't have a back to break.
Alrighty. That is its move. Next up is going to be Persephone.
I think this is when I'm going to toggle a wild shape, and as I wild shape, I don't actually turn into an animal. What happens is that all of the fungus and the lichen around me start sprouting into actual mushrooms, so that you start seeing those mushroom heads everywhere, and the intensity of the spores that are flowing around me in my aura are much more tangible and visible, and they get everywhere. It's a mess to clean up, but that doesn't necessarily do anything towards it yet. But that takes my action.
Okay. So it doesn't do anything yet, but it's activated.
Yes.
Gotcha. If that is your turn, Sin, you are up.
Is it a free action to, like, deactivate my spell?
Yes.
Okay, well, then I deactivate, what you call it?
Entangle.
Entangle.
Gotcha.
Let me get rid of that for you. There we go. It's gone. All right, and then I'm going to move on over to this side of the counter. 5, 10, 15.
You can leap over this middle section here if you want. I'm just stating that out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna place myself on this corner.
Oh, sorry.
Gotcha.
Misclick.
There we go. And I am going First, you'll see like a wall of sand just appear in front of me as I pull out my bow and arrow. And I am going to fire at this thing.
Okay. Go for it.
It's 21 to hit.
That is a solid hit.
Fantastic. And as I shoot through the wall of sand, it's me casting Hail of Thorns. So he will get an extra 1d10 damage.
Okay.
And and then let me see. First, doing 6, and then where is it? So 10. But then also, because I'm shooting the sand. No, oh yeah, and because it's an attack, I'm gonna use my swarm to deal an extra 1d6. Oh, which is just 1.
It's just 1. So total, it's
11 damage.
11 damage. Okay. And is the okay? There we go. Yeah. So you shoot your arrow into it with your hail, and it just shatters into its form through the sand as well. This thing is it's taking a beating. It's not there yet, but yeah, it's getting roughed.
And then that's my turn.
Alrighty. Gillig.
All right, let's see. I need... Yeah. That'll have to do. Gillig will have to vault over the counters and try to make it here, within 30 feet. And then, he's going to grab a pack from his tools and mutter an incantation and from a single chain, like extend his hand and multiple chains will come out, and he'll lasso it around him, throw it at the elemental, casting lightning lure.
Lightning lure.
Flash of energy. Let's see. So it must succeed on a strength saving throw.
Got a 10.
Fails. It takes 3 lightning damage and it's pulled towards me up to 10 feet. So it gets pulled up 5 feet.
Oh, Dip. Are you Wonder Woman?
I guess I don't know. It's not the whip of truth or anything.
The lightning lure of truth.
So Gillig wrangles this thing.
It says now backbreaker.
And with his bonus action, backbreaker makes an attack at disadvantage, I guess, because it's is it not incapacitated?
It is
restrained.
At the current time, it is restrained. And let me read this real quick. The target is restrained and unable to breathe. Well,
yeah.
Oh no, the machine is not breathing. Yeah, so you can try to escape, but it's at disadvantage because you're restrained.
I think I'd rather have it try to attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
So I'll roll twice, get the lowest result. Yikes. So backbreaker tries to shove its way out, or shove and cause damage. It gets nowhere.
It hurts itself in its confusion.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Top of the round, Kai.
For a second, I forgot that I was Kai.
Your mic is also roboting.
Yeah.
Again?
Again.
Yeah.
Let me try this.
Oh. Did it work? Can't really confirm until he speaks, unless he's trying to talk and we can't hear. Nope.
Oh god, I'm waiting for my.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Don't touch anything.
All right. Let's see. I think I could just. Yeah, I could just range it from here. And it hasn't been successful, but it also ain't broke, so I ain't gonna fix it. I'm just gonna keep attacking.
Okay. 13 just barely misses.
All right, and then my bonus attack.
Bonus. 19 hits. Damn.
And
God damn.
that's why I take the negative.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's sharpshooter, baby.
Okay, Carlos Hathcock, frickin' veteran sniper of the U.S. military, just. Yeah, so your bolt finally, since the beginning, makes an impact, and a hefty one at that. Yeah, you shoot into its form, and the shock from this bolt just like it tenses the liquid and it separates for a moment, and the bolt drops to the floor. Yeah, this thing's looking, I'd say bloodied, but I guess splurgy. Good job.
And I will end my turn without moving.
All right. Gord is going to try another couple round of blows. Miss and miss. He just tries to like kind of. He actually picks up the barrel, one of the seat barrels, and tries to smash into it, but it just sort of gets shock absorbed on impact. The elemental now is going to try and do a dual slam. One on Gillig.
Con save.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Whoops. Fails.
Yee. At this point, I get to roll 2 spores damage because I did my wild shape.
Oh my.
2d4. 3 necrotic.
3
Yeah.
necrotic. All the spores just start latching onto its form and try to. I kind of want to say like drag it down or like solidify its form so it starts falling. But it's going to make 1 slam attack on Gillig and 1 on Persephone. So the 1 on Gillig, that is a, let's see, that is a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Misses? Hot damn.
Well, unless you want to discuss its starting inventory. Because I'm using chainmail and a shield.
That's fair. Yeah, it's session 0. We're just having fun.
Okay.
And 10 on Persephone.
That glances off. That doesn't even come close to the shell.
Okay. It's beginning to fall apart slowly, but yeah, it's trying to reach, but you guys are maintaining distance and breaking it up. Speaking of, Persephone, you are up.
Excellent. At this point, she's going to grab a nice patch of blue moss, and she's going to grab it in her hand. Let's see, does this have purple? Yes, she's going to mutter a tiny incantation in Turtle, and then she's going to cast Chill Touch, and the spores are going to leap out of her hand in the form of a ghostly skeletal hand rather than it just being made of pure magic.
Okay.
Let me roll that. Boom. 23 to hit?
Yeah, I think that hits.
Okay. The addition for the wild shape actually adds some extra spores damage onto it, so when I roll...
Yeah, that's true.
9 damage.
Wow. And this is the main damage force is necrotic damage. Last campaign it's freaking force damage, now it's necrotic damage. What the hell? Yeah, this thing's looking pretty beat up, but yeah, your touch goes out and grips its form and it begins shriveling and sloshing. It's actually, what I will do is I will say it actually grows smaller by this point. I'll put it over here just for visual sake.
Backbreaker still trapped inside? Or
Yeah.
Okay. Probably peeking out at this point, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Anything else?
That'll be it for me.
Alrighty. Sin, you are up.
All right. I am going to be firing off another arrow. Does a 20 hit?
That does hit.
Fantastic. And I'm shooting, and what was it? Hail of Thorns lasts for a minute, so I'm going to be able to use that again. So as I shoot through this sand wall, you see just sand bullets come out following it. So the arrow's going to deal 9 damage. The hail of thorns. So it's going to be 13. And on impact with the sand, my swarm of sand is going to explode and deal an extra 5.
Oh.
So that is
Damn.
19 damage.
19. With a total of 50 hit points, the floor is yours.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so just like I said, like I shoot this arrow through a wall of sand. Sand bullets come following out my hail of thorns. And as they impact, they just explode and they absorb all the water, all the liquid. We'll make the absorbent cannon now.
All right. So,
yeah.
The shot goes through, the sand expands, and the elemental begins freezing up and very quickly turns from a liquid elemental form to essentially an elemental sandcastle. And the frozen sandy form of the elemental is frozen in the bar.
My favorite Pokemon.
I guess we have a winner.
And whatever remaining sand is out anywhere just kind of returns to me and into my fur.
Cool. All right. And at this point, Gord just sort of walks up to it.
Look what they did to you.
Yeah, and Gillig's just kind of repairing his construct.
Let me roll something real quick. Hold on. This will determine. At this point, Gord just sort of stares at the sandcastle of an elemental and just headbutts it. And just body checks it and knocks it over. And just starts flipping the table. The cards start scattering.
Oh, right.
I unconcentrate from heroism.
And he's an orc. He's not a half orc. He's absolutely an orc.
While this is all going on, I beeline to the back where this elemental came from to see what's back here.
All right. And from what you can see, that's all. From what you can see, you go into the back room, and from what you can see, you see what appears to be an ordinary kitchen. There's a water bin, a couple tables, some cooking rack with food slowly becoming burnt as it's been sitting there for a little bit. But you notice that on the left-hand side, one of the barrel kegs is actually completely busted open and spilled out onto the floor. So there's a little bit of a mess, but it seems like one of these barrel kegs was magically booby-trapped or charmed.
Can I take a closer look?
Sure. Make an investigation or an arcana check.
I'm good at both. Not now. 7.
7. Yeah, you start kind of looking over the framework. You're not exactly sure what particular incantation we used to cause this. You don't know who did this. But from what you can tell, yeah, someone at some point got into the back room and was trying to sabotage the tavern.
I immediately walk out and I beeline to these guys.
Before you do that.
Okay.
Before you do that, while you were going in there, I wanted to sit on one of the chairs, and if there's any drink on the counter, I'm going to grab it, just turn to them, and raise it to them in a toast as if they had done something.
I beeline to them and I'm like, so, how's your VIP guests?
And they're just kind of looking over at him. The dwarf at this point is actually passed out and slobbering on the floor. They're like, I think he's having the time of his life. Probably the wettest dream any of us have ever had.
Now, who is he?
None of your concern. Like we said, he's our client. It's our job to protect him.
Well, first off, we protected him. Secondly, that AL elemental game, not by accident. Someone planned it. Seeing as how you guys are, since this guy has the heavy security, I think he was the initial target here.
And I kind of look over at him. Well, it's not surprising. I mean, we got paid. We got paid a lot in advance, and we got a lot more on the way. So, well, boys, looks like our time's here done. We got to find somewhere else to shack up. Thanks for taking care of that for us.
I just give him like a death glare.
He kind of stares back. Make an intimidation check real quick.
Okay. 4. God damn it. 4.
He kind of looks at you over. Just whatever. He's not intimidated, but he reaches in his pocket, and he has this very small coin pouch, and just offers it to you and goes like, "Yeah, is any measure of compensation?"
Hey,
I just take
Gabs.
Okay.
How much is in it?
There is 40 gold on the inside of the bag.
Ooh. I pocket it all.
They just sort of shrug. Nah, it's chump change for us. We're fine.
And they're just walking away.
Yep, they're just slowly making their way out and just
All right.
dragging the dwarf along. Who's like, I wanna get it.
Good. Does anything fall off the dwarf's person?
From what you can see, no. It seems like any of his loose possessions were put in a bag that the female rogue is carrying.
Okay. All right. I just returned back to everybody else. Bar.
And they eventually slowly make their way out.
Hey, Gabs, you mind if I investigate the kitchen?
No, it's okay. I can take care of that myself. I mean, if you wanna join me back there, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna see if this was made. Kind of curious what the hell would have created that.
Well, it made a hell of a mess.
Yeah, Sin.
It does seem like someone may have planned it.
No, I'm gonna
Someone-
see.
I'm not sure who, but I feel like that dwarf back there. He was the one with the heaviest security. He seems like the only logical person that would be targeted in here.
Guard out front mentioned Bottle Barrel Gang. You think it's one of them?
You're saying someone had the brass balls to lay a trap in the fucking Moon Cup Tavern Inn?
I mean, looks that way.
Fucking A, this place is going to shit now. I thought this was one of the last places people could just enjoy themselves. Fucking reputation. Alright, well, hold on. I'm gonna fetch you something in the back. And she quickly runs the back, and you hear like a kind of jangling of like keys. And she comes out with a small box saying, "It's any measure of compensation, fuck those guys, but thank you guys for what you done. And feel free to come back anytime you like." She presents the box to the four of you, and inside you see a collection of 50 gold, and you all receive a Moon Cup Tavern token. Essentially, as she would explain, you can use this token anytime, individually, and everyone in the bar in that moment gets a free drink.
I'm sorry. So she gives us what again?
Okay. All together, you all gain 50 gold, not each, but together, and
Okay.
you all gain the Moon Cup Tavern token, which basically you each get one, and when someone uses one, everyone in the bar gets a free drink. So basically, you become the life of the party whenever you feel like it.
Gotcha.
It might down the road help with persuasion or other things that might happen in the future. Or if you just want to drink. But at this point, Gabby's sort of like, well, I think that's plenty of compensation enough to give you guys at least a solid night of sleep. You probably stay around here. There's the Gilded Tower. You can probably stay there for the night.
Gilded Tower. Is that in the mid district?
Yeah, it's just around the corner. It's about like 7 floors up. Good views, good comforts.
I wouldn't mind it.
All right, well,
Where'd
me,
your
Gordon,
other...
and the staff probably got a lot to clean up around here. So
Are they coming back, or are they just running for the hills?
Well, they better fucking come back. I pay them for that reason.
Might as well give them the all clear.
Yeah, if you say I'm giving them the all clear for me and just say get their asses back here. And thank you.
You're welcome.
I open the door lightly, because I still remember the trampled guy. Is he good?
Oh,
is he okay?
He's. You hear muffled grunts of pain as he's literally indented into the ground.
Whoa, hold on. Let's get you up, buddy.
Make a strength check.
Oh dear, that's no good.
Woo!
Must be my good day.
Takes a hot minute, but you just pry him out of the stonework and snow. He's just like, thank you very much.
Yeah, whatever trouble happened inside, it's all clear. I kind of
shout that in the general direction outside.
Okay. And he kind of tilts his helmet, which received a little bit of dent from everyone stepping on it.
I help dust him off and just write him up.
Well, I believe my shift is over anyway, so, gentlemen, nods to all of you, scuttles off into the night.
You're around.
It's at this point that the two guards who have been sitting by the closed door, who didn't leave or didn't volunteer to fight either, go, hey, you fellas do, mercenary work?
Well, not usually my kind of business, but what do you ask?
He kind of looks at the rest of you. You guys as well? You guys in on this?
I can use practice.
I'm on break from my current employ.
Suppose this could be fun.
All right. Well, we represent the Marshal Court, and we receive a number of businesses and jobs on the line. We heard one lately that no one has been feeling like accepting, and well, the reward's pretty modest from what I heard, but it's a job. So, guys, reckon.
What's the job?
We don't know exactly. It's something with gnolls. That much we know. The little hyena bastards.
Well, you're part of the martial court then, said?
Yeah, most of the guards here are. Not everyone. Some of them are just Romalian agents, but yeah, we represent the court and try to find people, who either want to join or are willing to do some of the work we don't feel like doing. So if you guys want it, absolutely. What we just saw there, we could use more of that.
Well, if you're offering, I'm interested in possibly starting up a shop here, so doing work for you would probably go a long way for starting that up.
He nods.
I say I'm in. What about you guys?
I'm in.
All right.
Okay. All right. 4 of you are in. I will. I'll let one of the guardsmen know. And hold on. And he quickly scrawls out a piece of paper and writes a bunch of information on it. Basically, you are to report to the High Court tomorrow around noon. And there is a particular office to go to, which he explains that you'll be directed to once when you show it at the gate. But he goes, yep, just show this. All of you come together, show this at the gate, and, we'll get you all set up and put you right to work.
Sounds like a plan.
Appreciate it.
All right, well. All right, well. Good night. And he's sort of like... There's a lot of social awkwardness in the city of Jupik.
My kind of place.
All right.
Well, I'm headed to the Gilded Tower.
I'll join you.
Alright. So all of you, one by one, and it's not that far away. It's maybe about 2 or 3 blocks on over. You all, one by one, make your way to the Gilded Tower and pay collectively, altogether, 10 gold.
Oh, okay.
For one of the lower floors, unless you want to pay more for the high luxury suites.
Nah.
But it gives you a nice, comfortable night that you may not have had in quite a while. But the next day starts, and dawn arises to whatever will happen next with this campaign, and that is where we will end the session.
Woo! Yay!
Nice.
Ah,
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
totally.
Good to be back.
Yeah.
It is great to be back.
It's been,
So everybody else is joining us later, or?
I think that'd just be Andrew and Alan.
Yep, so I'm going to run a session 0 for Andrew and Alan, so both this party and that party will discuss at some point what happened.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna run that, and then by session 1, when we run that, the 6 of us will all be together. Well, players, so the 7 of us.
Awesome.
Got it. Oh, and I guess we'd have to agree on proper session time, right? Are we gonna do that through Discord?
Yeah, we'll figure that out soon enough.
Okay.
But we got a good start here, and I think this can go places.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right, I'm happy you guys had fun.
All right, I gotta get some stuff done. Great session, guys.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
See ya, man.
Yeah. See you later, man.
Yep, I'm gonna head out. I'm hungry.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna chill here for just a tiny bit more. So yeah, but if you guys gotta go for it.
Alrighty then. Good games, guys. See you next week.
Yeah.
Toodaloo. Alright, that is session 0 complete.
And what a session that was, am I right, chat?
We're gonna go ahead and end the stream there with a successful 2-parter stream, Yakuza 7 for the morning, and session 0 of the new D&D campaign in the afternoon. How long did we take for that session? We started around 1 p.m. and now it's 3:30. That's a solid session, though they could go for longer, much longer, depending on combat and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, we've introduced ourselves as follows. Me, Gillig, a Goliath artificer. Sin, who I believe was a ranger. Might have gotten that wrong. Kai, another ranger. And Persephone, I believe, Tortle Druid of the Spores, that's right. Kai was human, and Sin was a Leonin, the lion race in D&D. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that one, and I got to flex my freaking soundboard to try a new voice, and it seemed like everybody was into it. It was working. I do hope next time, within this week, to finally get the item that will destroy the constant buzzing every time I talk. Hopefully that'll go away by next week, so everything's good. Alright, but that'll be all for today. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Grumpy, if you're still there, thank you so much for just enjoying the D&D and just chilling. Everybody else, if you're just lurking or what have you, be sure to follow our Discord and Twitter for more notifications on when we go live next and what other games we're playing. D&D will continue either on next Saturday or Sunday. The group will have to decide that. But yeah, and the next stream will probably be on Tuesday, alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time, alright? Bye everybody. Take it easy.